video. I have a 2002 Chevrolet Trailblazer. If you're ever thinking about getting a Trailblazer, don't. They're fucking pieces of shit. Okay? So if somebody says, I can get you a great deal on a Trailblazer, it's only $5,000, do yourself a favor. Throw $2,500 out the window, and then just consider yourself lucky. Okay? Anyways, that being said, amongst the many things that are going to break on the car, let's suppose one day you're done doing your errands, shopping, coming to work, going to work, whatever, and you go to put it in park, and you hear click, 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 and you go, crap, it's not in park, something's wrong. So then you try to put it back into drive, and the shifter is locked. It won't fucking move. You're pulling on the goddamn thing, and it's not moving any place. You're trying to hit the button, and it's going no place. You're like, what the hell's going on here? And the car, it's going to show all the way forward, but it's going to show reverse on your dash lights, okay? And you're going to be panic struck because you can't stop the car. It's going to roll, so you pull your safety brake, your parking brake up, okay? Anyways, make a long story short, you go online and they go, oh, check fuse number 25, check fuse 27. Fucking bullshit. It's not no fucking fuses that's busted, okay? It's a mechanical problem. So people are going to say, well, if you take your dash panel off here, which is a pain in the ass to do, and you're going to wind up breaking these little glue joints inside, right underneath here is a button that's the size of a nickel. It's a polished button, and you can push, and that will release the shifter. So at least you will be able to start the vehicle again and drive to your destination wherever you need to go. All right. And you kind of maybe can get to it by ripping up this boot and sticking a screwdriver down with your light and looking. But most of the time you got to take the dash out here, the center console. It's a pain in the balls. And now you get home and you figure out, well, what the hell am I going to do? If you're reasonably mechanically inclined, you don't go to a transmission shop. You don't go to a dealer because they're fucking thieves, all right? The internet's a great source of information, but you have to be able to identify what your specific problem is to your vehicle. So again, it won't go into park, but you're all the way forwards, the shifter's locked, and it's not lining up. Drive's not drive, reverse isn't reverse, low gear doesn't even show up, all right? What's wrong is your shifter cable shit the fucking bed, okay? I'm going to set it on the ground so you can get a picture of what it looks like, all right? That's your transmission shifter cable. This goes up right next to the transmission itself, and it moves forward and reverse like this as you're moving your lever. This cable's inside this sleeve, and over time, because everything rusts on this fucking piece of shit Trailblazer that you purchased, the little plastic corroded. Inside is a metal sleeve that also corroded. And now rather than it pushing inside the sleeve, it's buckling outside of the sleeve. So when you're shoving forward to try to get into park, all it's doing is it's bowing because it's coming outside of his sleeve. So it's not going into park. So it's like 25 bucks off of Amazon to get another shifter cable. It's a pain in the balls. So just get used to, like, you're going to cut your knuckles up. You're going to get, if you live like in New England, the Rust Belt, you're going to get rust in your eyes and your mouth. So you got plenty of metal in your system for the next 2-3 years. You don't need to worry about taking any vitamins that have zinc or metal or whatever the hell. It's doable. It's frustrating. The carpet is really, really fucking hard to pull backwards. It's very thick. It's pre-molded. And you're going to cuss and you're going to pull. But underneath is where it snakes. So you got to take the screw off here, take the other side off, take your console out. There's a big rubber grommet that sits right about here. Push that sucker straight through, pull the cable down, run it. And it's, if you had a lift, it's probably an hour job. If you've never done it like I have never done it, it's a 2-hour job. But you probably saved yourself $300 from going to the dealership. And again, it's not a fuse, it's a mechanical problem. And it's because the cable, and no one shows this online, so consider yourself lucky. Okay, here's your rubber grommet boot that sits up against the floor that prevents moisture from going in. You can see what a shitty job it's done because moisture got to it, right? And it completely rusted through everything, corroded. That's your steel sleeve that's inside. You can see it's all broken away and rotted away. And the cable just pushed outside. All right, it's trying to It's just pushing outside of the sleeve when you're trying to engage it in gear. It's not moving inside of the sleeve forward and backwards. So that's why you can't get it into park. I hope this helps somebody. There's no videos that actually show what the fucking cable looks like, so now you got one. Good luck to you.